Okay, hello. Um, I wanted to show you something that's kind of interesting for Madonna tomorrow. Um, there's several dates coming up right now for Madonna, and we might as well start with this one, um, and we'll move through to 4/4 when it comes up. But this date for Madonna's death is very interesting. Okay, what I've got in here is I've got Sean Penn, Madonna's first husband. Okay, I've got his birthday through to tomorrow's date is 23600 days. Okay, now what's interesting about this is that the Hoover Dam synchronized at the beginning of the year to the number 326 days old at the beginning of the year. Okay, and since then we've been looking at numbers that, how would I say this? Um, the day of the year has been synchronizing with the end of the Hoover Dam numbers. Okay, from when the Hoover Dam, from 9:30 when the Hoover Dam was designated whatever, or opened, well, finished building, let's put it that way, and through to New Year's Eve this year was 326. Okay, now what's interesting about this number, the 326, um, is obviously we've got a slight variation of it here, but what this is if we look at the date that's in here, the 23rd of June, this is the date for the original date, or at least the date that I had found originally for the release of Who's That Girl. Okay, Madonna's, I think it was for the song, not the film. Can't remember now, but I'm pretty sure it was the song. Okay, and you can still find it um, online, but if you go to Wikipedia, they've changed it to 629, I think. But anyway, what's interesting about that is the 236. So that ties to Who's That Girl, okay? And obviously, this is Madonna's first wedding. This is the white wedding for Madonna, okay? And in Billy Idol's music video for White Wedding, his song, there is a guy that is dressed up like Madonna in in the music video, okay, with the clothes on from the song Who's That Girl, from the music video for Who's That Girl. So this is kind of interesting, the way these numbers are sort of playing around them, kind of tying back in on themselves. And if you look at this date here, 9/23, okay, that'll be coming up later on in the year. What's interesting about 9/23 is this date is, what do I want to say? It's the twin date for 4/9, for this big date that we're looking at for the Hoover Dam on 4/9, the 9th of April. Okay, so this is the twin date that goes with it. Now, if we look at another kind of twin date for this date, i.e., the numbers are, if you like, reversed. See 9/23, and if you read this date backwards, the 3/29, if you read it backwards, it'd be 9/23 again. Okay, and don't forget that 9/23 and the 6 and the 9 changing around, kind of interesting as well. Anyway, if we look at the number jump here from those two dates, it's 178, which again, 17th of August is Sean Penn's birthday. Okay, so this one, and also if you go the opposite way here, let's just drop it back, it's 187. Okay, Washington Gematria, and obviously the 187 is a murder, death, kill number. Okay, so what we have is, obviously tomorrow's date would reference the Hoover Dam pretty well, because of this, this switcheroo with the numbers here, and this would reference the twin date for 4/9. Okay. What's also interesting is if we go from Rocco Ritchie's birthday, which is the son, okay, and she is the mother. Okay, now check this out. Through to 3:30, which is the day after. So we'd be looking at the midnight hour. Again, the midnight hour with Billy Idol. Okay, and you can obviously click on include end date, and it brings you the same palindromic number here. And again, the 8998. Again, the Queen's death. Okay, the Queen's death date, the actual Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, 8998. Okay, and you'll see other people that have this kind of death date as well, like Whitney Houston, etc. Okay. Anyway, and coincidentally, she died in the bathtub, didn't she? Just like the Hoover Dam has Lake Mead, which is like the bathtub with the bathtub ring. But anyway, if we drop back to this now, what we'll see here is this is important with the 8997. I'm going to show you why in just a second. But if we just go back to this again, what is important about this is obviously if you take that off and go to the next day, this is the sun, and guess what day this is? At least in England it is. This is Mothering Sunday. This is Mother's Day in the UK. Okay, so again, the connection to the UK. Don't forget that he is essentially, I don't know actually where he was born, but I'm guessing it was England, because that was when she was with Guy Ritchie. So obviously, default, the father is English, so the son is English here. Okay, so this date for the Mother's Day becomes very relevant, with Madonna now using the UK Mother's Day date. Okay, and again, makes me think of songs like Holiday. If we had a holiday, yeah, this is a holiday essentially. I guess you'd call it holiday, Mother's Day, and obviously the mother with the son. I'm thinking back to iPet Go. Kind of interesting, isn't it? This palindromic number, kind of interesting. Something else that's interesting is if we go from Elvis's birthday through to this date, look what we've got here. The 329 is showing up again. Okay, with the 53 on the end. I'll tell you why that's interesting in just a second, but it just happens to be 90 years and 80 days. 9-8 again. 9-8. Okay, just like with the 8998. Okay, why is that interesting? Because Elvis died on 8/16, Madonna's birthday. I can't remember how many years before. Was it? I don't know if it was 19 or 16 or 17 years. I don't know what it was. Anyway, don't really matter. What else have we got here? Or was she 18? Oh, I can't remember. Was she 19 when he died? I don't know. Anyway. All right. What else we got here? Her birthday through. Okay. Just pay attention, because we're gonna, if we do the inclusive here, notice what we're getting. 333 on the end of this number here. 66 years, 225. Again, this is a personal reference for me with this particular date, with these numbers. Okay, this is a personal Devereux reference for me. Okay, anyway, let's keep going through them. This number jump in here. Why have I got this number jump in here? I'll show you why in just a second. But this is the day after the eclipse last year, so obviously we can get rid of that. No, we don't want to get rid of that. What do we want to do? Anyway, what I want to do is show you, look, this is the day after the eclipse. Obviously, this is referencing 4/9/2024, so we're a year ahead here, or a year previous to the date coming up now. Notice that there's the 79 on the end of here, gold. Okay, so we've got the 239 again, 79 from her birthday through. So 239 is important, and 79 gold. And again, let me show you why this is important. So this is the Queen's Cross chart. I'll show you two more things in here for 4/4 as well while I'm here, but if I remember. But what I've got down here is this row here is Fibonacci, this is pi, and this is the golden ratio down the bottom here. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, and what I've got these synchronized. So Fibonacci here, this 358 synchronizes with a 358 that is in pi, okay? And then also in Fibonacci there's this 88, and this 88 here is synchronized with the 88 in the golden ratio, okay? So I've got these three synchronized, okay? And what you'll notice is that here's Madonna's birthday here, if you like, and here was the 897. Remember we had that other 9 in there for 8998 it turned into, okay, but with Rocco Ritchie, so it went from 97 into 8998 on the 30th, okay, so there was a switch over there. So this is important because that other number I just showed you, let's get rid of some of this a second because it gets a bit scruffy. That other number I just showed you, which was 23979, okay, that was that big number jump from her birthday through to 49 last year, the day after the eclipse, okay, and these are numbers that are in pi, okay, and look at, you know, we've got this other little bit that's tying into her birthday, her son, and again the 35 is sticking on the end of here. This is going to be, we've got some more 35 stuff coming up, okay. But what I wanted to show you as well with this, so this Rocco Ritchie stuff is right here, okay. What's underneath this 239 is 330, if we read it backwards, tying into her birthday right here. So hopefully you can follow this. 330, it's coming up right now into her birthday. Okay, one other thing, in the film GoldenEye, the train in that film has the number 745 on it, and the tank has the number 343, okay, and it forms this cross here at the center of this table that I call the Queen's Cross, okay. Again, is that referencing the number 44 here? Obviously it could just be referencing this idea, but there is a connection to Madonna in that scene. They actually reference Boy Toy twice in that scene with the tank and the train, okay, in GoldenEye, okay. And of course Pierce Brosnan's birthday is right here at the start of this thing, so you know, fairly interesting stuff there as well. So like I said, there's several dates coming up right now that are just loaded for Madonna. Let's go from the eclipse last year, okay, through to this particular date, 355. In fact, we're going to be switching dates here just 2 minutes time. And then if we go from the other eclipse that was in 2023, the 10/14, when she started her end tour, it's 533 days through to 330, okay, or you could click it back one and include the end date to make that work, you know, whatever you want to do. This is really interesting. This is something now. This is her last tour gig, okay, so when she finished the celebration tour, the 4th of May, okay, through to 329, okay, and oh look, it's 329 days. Well, what's really trippy about this now is, look, let me click it back, okay, the whole of March is synchronized to this end of the tour date, look, with the number of days here. So this is really cool. Every time I click back, you know, all the way back to, obviously this is where it messes up, February the 28th is 300, click on 301, blah 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 blah, all the way up through till, you know, these, you know, till the end of March. Now it's not going to match up anymore, okay, so it's not matching up. But then you can look at some of the numbers like the 333 showing up on 42. This is my doppelganger here, Pedro Pascal's birthday. Coincidentally, he's 49, he'll be 50 on that day. And on 49 he'll be 50 in 7 days, which is 75 balances with 49. Getting sidetracked. Look at this for 4-4, 3-3-5 now. Okay, all the way up to 34, 4-9, and obviously, 4-10 is high numbers, messed up, obviously, but anyway, yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's just that was fascinating that these numbers are all synchronized right here. But, could have been any one of them dates then, couldn't it? Or it could be just synchronized for the fact that they wanted to synchronize it for the date. Who knows? Anyway, that was fascinating. What else was there? Oh, we did this eclipse thing. Okay. And we've done that one already as well. That's her birthday, 3 to 3:30. Was with the 333 on the end of it. I think I'm going to leave it there. I got to go to bed. I've got to get up early in the morning. But it is just, remember, it's Mother's Day, okay? And this whole thing with Mary and Christ is super important. So it would be an interesting day for that to happen on, for sure. Yeah, with Rocco Ritchie and this. And as I said the day before, here's our 897, yeah, to the 329. If we look at this again, if you can make that out, get rid of some of this again. So let's get rid of all of that actually. Hang on a minute, redo. So the 897 here to this date, and then what's synchronizing in the golden ratio with her birthday is 3:30. So I thought it was a strong, it's definitely a strong date coming up. So we'll see. Probably it would, if I'd imagine it would be sometime late tomorrow night into the morning of 3:30. That's what I'd imagine. If it was going to happen, probably won't happen. You know how it is with my predictions, or what we're looking at here. A lot of people have been talking about the. Oh, that's the other interesting thing I forgot. Yeah, it's the 30th is the 89th day of the year as well. Okay, but there's been a lot of people talking about the 29th because it's the 88th day of the year. Okay, so 329 is the 88th day, which of course ties hugely to a lot of this stuff. Okay, yeah, when this baby hits 88, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. So of course the Hoover Dam numbers would be 326, 88, and I've let me just say this one more time, because if you've not listened to my videos way back when, you'll know that I talk about my grandfather that had this weird thing with Madonna. Would always play Madonna on the Dodgems, and had a poster of Madonna on his office wall. So he had this thing for Madonna. His birthday was 236. So just so you know, it's another personal reference for me. These kind of numbers, and this number's a personal reference for me. This number's a personal reference for me. So this is extremely interesting from a personal standpoint as well. That's more the reason I've done the video, rather than just these few number jumps here. Anyway, I gotta go to bed. I'll catch you on another video soon. I'll be out, so I won't be near a computer tomorrow. So if something does happen, I won't be doing anything. I won't be doing any videos till Sunday. So anyway, yeah, that's it basically. I don't know what else to say. That's it. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. All right. Cheers. Bye. Bye.